55-inch Samsung Curve TV with stands. Couple office chairs here. Nice little chair with 2 office chairs. All right, I'm actually looping back around. Oh, drat. Did I go the wrong way? Hold on a second. Oh, no. There we go. There's a drop table. After we saw those office chairs, before that, there was a guy walking his dog, so I didn't film it, so I'm going to double back and film it. But there's a drop table, like an entryway drop table or a room. You know, just one of those tall, thin, you know, entryway drop table where you throw your keys on a little platter. We'll get a shot of that. I'm considering, oh, I thought that was somebody on their balcony, but it's one of those boxer bobs, you know, those punching thingamabobbers. All right, this complex has some product. This little dumpster over here has some action too. Let's film this, but let's also see if that blue compactor's there again. We got ourselves, that's actually a nice little oven, and then a file cabinet on wheels. I'm actually, okay, the big blue dumpster is now gone, unfortunately. Looks like they've kind of cleaned up the area a little bit, but I'm gonna head over here again, and that little oven is actually kind of nice. I don't really use that type of oven, but I don't know if somebody needs that I know. So let's go ahead and cruise on up. It's actually a really nice stainless steel one. So let's see what's up. Well, it was nice from far away, but it was a little bit crispy. You know, just like fried burnt grease in there. And the only reason I was gonna take it was potentially giving it to somebody else that might need it. As far as right now, this drop table, we'll get some footage of it. I'm heading back there right now. But with that said, oh, let's see here. No, I think they parked a little further away. Someone just pulled in. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna block my shot. We'll get the shot. I don't think I'm gonna take the unit because I would have to paint it. It's a nice wood color. So let's get the shot, and then we could always come back, but I just don't think I need it. I think I already have a drop table anyway in storage. So here it is right here, a nice table. Got a couple drawers to it here. It's actually looking pretty nice. See, it's that kind of that wood modern look to it. So very nice piece nonetheless. What I would do is I'd paint it like white. I think I'll pass on it, but nice piece. Ladies and gentlemen, see what's up. Car stroller and a few other items. Nobody around, let's roll. A little bit lean, but I'm not gonna hate it. Now, something I found out about, which is actually kind of funny, but kind of cool. My brother was telling me his wife, she knew someone that lived in this complex because she lived here as well before they got married. This person would actually go to that same compactor, I think pretty much like every day, and he would grab the furniture from that same compactor, sell it locally, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, whatever it might be, and used to make several $100 extra per month at that same, just that. $3.99 gas, sign me up for that. Quick stop at the gas station, we'll be hunting more. Alrighty, sports fans, let's see what is at what used to be one of my favorite compactors, which potentially could turn back into it, especially if it's pumping out product like this, just chilling. Let's do a couple flybys here. God, is that another file cabinet? Another file cabinet, a small trash can, a lot of cardboard, and another drop table here. We might grab that little itty bitty trash can, maybe not for a bathroom. Kind of wonder if it's the same folks, because this piece looks like it's a little bit more like antique-ish, something from maybe the 60s kind of vibe to it, you know, like just solid wood, like actual good construction. You know, not what they're making these days. Let's go ahead and creep back up on that wastebasket. Look like a bathroom mat as well. I'm just gonna kind of maybe determine if I want to grab it or not. Let's see. I'll go ahead and skip out on it, but that's probably enough cardboard to buy a pizza dinner. That's the one that was open, that they started locking because there was so much good stuff that people put out. And that's also the one last week where we got all the wood stuff. There was a bunch of IKEA, so that one was hitting real nice last week. Well, here's a free bike for you. Actually, that's a pretty decent looking bike. Huh. That is pretty decent, actually. That's a Diamondback, disc brakes, little shocks on it. You could probably easily sell that for $150. That's a good looking bike, huh? I'm definitely guessing that's fair game. I mean, I personally don't need it. I'd only grab it to give it to my brother to sell. I mean, it had nice disc brakes on it. Let me ponder on that one. I mean, that's 100% fair game. That was sitting up against the wall right next to the dumpster. I mean, that's without a doubt fair game. It's actually a pretty decent looking bike too. Let me ponder on that one. I almost guarantee you that was probably somebody from California that did that. I'm hearing stories. I'm actually, because I get kind of curious, some of these complexes that I dumpster dive in, and I say, like, how much are these people paying? Like, these prices have to be close because they're like really fancy. They have to be close to California prices, and they're getting about like 10% off of California prices, which is crazy. Like, you don't move to Colorado. Okay, my favorite set of cans doesn't have anything today. You don't move to Colorado to rent an apartment. You move to Colorado from California to buy a house. But that's not the case anymore. The reason being, because now decent starter homes are $500,000 and 1-bedroom apartments are like $1,800–$1,900. Some of them are more in these brand new complexes that are real fancy dancy. If you can get like an older complex that's been around for the last 10 years, like this one, and maybe not 10 years on this one, but maybe 7 years on this one, and you pay a little less. But the fancy dancy ones that have just been built, I looked them up, and you're looking at like, yeah, like $2,000 for a 1-bedroom. That's California prices. All right, I'm gonna think about the bike, but I'm thinking about just leaving it for somebody else. And even if someone else grabs it to resell it, I'm not gonna hate on that. Because again, the only reason I would grab it is to have my brother sell it, split the cash. Would that be awesome? Sure. But just personally, I kind of like the feeling I get when I don't take things and then like hoping God blesses someone who like really needs a bike to work because they don't have a car. Like, that makes my heart feel really good. Now, is that all the case? Probably not. Probably someone grabs it to flip it and make their own money, but what if they needed that flip to pay rent? Years ago, I remember a story where I had some stock rims on an old car of mine, sold them for like $300 or $400, and with that money, that allowed me to pay rent. And I was very thankful to the Lord for that in those lean years. So I like that. All right, it looks like I beat my dumpster diving gal from last week over here. There's a few things that look like they're tucked in right over here. This is the compactor right here. Nobody around, so let's go see what's up. Well, folks, sometimes you're wrong. And that's why, tell you what, hair's looking really good at this angle. I'll tell you what, these glasses make my nose look a little big, I'll tell you what. But, you know, it doesn't make my nose look pretty big. I'm a German Jew. I'm a Christian, born again believer, but my family is Jewish. German, Bensberg. There's a small town in Germany. If you look it up on Google Maps, Bensberg, Germany, that's where my family is from. On my father's side, we have Jewish blood, and it makes me look distinguished. You know the supermodel married to Tom Brady? Giselle Bündchen, she is a German Brazilian descendant. She also has a very prominent nose, and I'm not ashamed of it. Now, if I could get a free nose job, would I do it? Potentially. So, I'm looking for a sponsored video to fly to a nose surgeon and maybe just knock it down a little bit. Okay, pull him back in to where Mr. Texas was. I try to swoop on me. All right, there's a little bit of action, but there's a few walkers around, so we're gonna let the family right next to the cans walk away, which is just gonna be a few minutes, and then another walker. That'll give us time to go scope out this set over here, maybe slow roll it. Looks like they stashed a couple couches behind that wall there. Okay, we'll just slow roll a little bit. I mean, we're not in a rush. This one's been a little soft lately, the one I'm in right now, across from that compactor, unless they're all taking it over there. Now, with that said, the workers might, because it's the same style, it might just be an over branch from this complex, so that might be like their compactor as well. Don't quote me on that one. With that said, we did have a little bit of an aisleway, so we need to go scope it out. All right, one of the walkers is actually looking at the products, and so I'm gonna slow roll it in. He's taking a look. He's just kind of cruising a little bit, walking a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and roll on in here. And he was taking a little peek-a-rooney. Oh wow, is that a nice dresser unit? I don't blame him for looking. Okay, we're just gonna roll up. He's on his way, I think, to the gym, so we're gonna roll up and just park here for a second, take a closer look. But while I have the shot and the opportunity, let me show you this dresser unit here. I don't know where the drawers are. And then what looks to be like this wooden coffee table thing right here. All right, down here, that was just clothes and a thing here, like a couple wine glasses and coffee cups. And then down here, there was actually some like wedding centerpiece table things, which I thought were kind of cool. Let's see, where'd my car key go? Now we're gonna cruise up and see if we can find these, where's the drawers for this nice drawer thing? They might be behind, I don't know. Again, nice little drawer system. Huh, like an old vintage thing there. There was actually a woman throwing away some goodies here, so we're gonna go ahead and beeline it on out of here. I didn't see anything else. Where's the drawers for the dresser? You know what they probably did? They probably, what most people do is they move them separately because of the weight. And so they're probably in the garage and they just throw one piece out at a time. Oh, that's what I was saying about the prices about these complexes. So this complex is the one that's really expensive. And it's not even in the heart of town. It's like 15 minutes away from where I live. Like in the heart of town is about 30 minutes or so where my brother is. And what I was getting with that whole story was I saw a review and it was from folks that moved from California to this complex that said that they really loved it because it's all inclusive. But you bring that California mentality in that doesn't want to resell it, that wants to dump it. Bad for landfills if I don't get to it. But if I can get to it, oh yeah. Oh, look at this guy, hold on. This guy this guy jumped out of his car to take a picture of this 52 or 56. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just saw what looked to be about a 55-inch curved television. Let's hope this person doesn't park right next to that set of cans. No, don't do it. Well, let's see here. I'm just gonna park in the shade and hopefully they go in pretty quick. All right, folks are out and about and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the shot, but I do have some trash. I'm going to throw the trash away, tilt it over. If it's cracked, I probably won't take it. If I do not see a crack, I might load it up because it might just be a busted board. And that would be a pretty cool television for the shop. Mr. Sleeps a Lot and I, we have this saying, especially when we're trying to be stealth like that. One time we were going after, I think, a couch, and he's like, Chris, man, just like that movie Shooter, you gotta go smooth and quick. There's also a fake plant. It's actually decent. So with that said, I was able to grab it. It does not look cracked. Here we are in the back, 55-inch Samsung curved TV with stands. Worst case scenario, it's cracked and I just don't see it. Medium scenario, one of the boards is busted, power supply. Best scenario, now if this was California and I don't see a crack or a bust or a chip in the bezel anywhere, to be honest with you, I'm going with about 99% of the time working. That's California. Now, things are changing here in Colorado, like I keep talking about, with potentially all those California folks coming in here. So, I don't know. I'm kind of half and half right now. But also with that said, I have found a lot of TVs recently, not a lot, but there's a couple where they don't look cracked, but once I fire them up when I get home, they are cracked. But the good news with that is I don't think I told you, some of those boards are flip-floppy, swappy, and a lot of these folks are buying these same TVs. These Target Specials, Roku Smart TVs, where the parts are interchangeable. You get one that has a cracked screen, and then you get one that's perfectly fine that just doesn't fire up. You swappy, and you have a working TV. Anyway, with that said, it's a beautiful curved Samsung. My adrenaline starts pumping, just like, I mean, oh man, it's good adrenaline, you know? It's like, man, you know, you just try to load it up with like being a little bit sly. And you know, for the longtime viewers, you guys know I like to be a little bit more ninja. Sliding in, loading it up, getting stoked on it. Definitely don't need to be advertising the world that I'm grabbing all the good stuff. Has the power cord. They were nice enough to droop that across it. No remote control. I mean, if it's fully functional, that's pretty cool. Little stationary bike where you sit down and pedal. That's still worth some money. Not all bad there, folks. If that was a regular one, I'd grab it. Actually, I wouldn't be able to grab it, but maybe I'd go back for it because I am going to go see my brother right now. We're going to go play some discs. Pastor Jay, our good buddy Pastor Jay, he is in the market for a bike. Stationary sit-down exercise bike is what he's looking for. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled for him. Peloton would be even better. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my third best scenario for the television, or medium scenario for the television is that if it is cracked but fully functional, it's a Samsung TV, including the stands and the parts. You're looking at probably $125 for all the parts. Well, folks, if you guessed it, well, it is not cracked, which is awesome, but it doesn't function properly. So in just a second here, so if you can see that, it literally just kind of lit up, but it doesn't show a picture, and then it stops. And unfortunately, this one is not giving me any blink codes either down below. What is a good thing is that my other channel, it's always linked below in the description box, Tips and Tricks is my tech channel. I have a lot of how to fix TVs videos, and those videos have actually done really well, which is good. So this is actually a really nice TV. It's newer, it's a 55-inch with the feet stands as well, like I already mentioned. Coming back to the back of the television here, there's your model number right there, 55-inch, and it is a smart TV, so anytime you see an Ethernet port on a television, that means it's a smart television. And by the way, here's a little hack for you. If you want a smart television but don't want to buy a new television, all you have to do is get a very inexpensive Amazon Fire TV stick, which connects to your internet, which then the television becomes a smart television. And those things are getting super cheap right now. I think you can get a 4K brand new stick for like $30. That's a great deal. So you literally turn whatever television you want, as long as it has an HDMI port, you can turn any television into a smart television for $30. That's a win-win in my book. So with that said, I'm going to figure out the fix. I'm going to figure out what board I need to buy. If it's an inexpensive board, I'll go ahead and fix it, make a video about it, put this in my shop. If not, sell the parts that are good, at least $30 for the stand, recycle the rest. Win-win. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings today. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.